DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, it's Saturday, what is it, May 2nd, and I hope you're all well. It's I don't know, I wouldn't even know how many days, that it's been into this crazy situation of ours. And so I thought I'd make a vlog outside. It's supposed to rain before long. It's actually a lot cooler than it was the last few weeks. And I'll probably make more of a vlog type thing tomorrow. But, well, I can always show you quickly. You can see the lawn. I have purposely not mowed it because we had almost 40 days of drought. And now I'm just and we've been having rain most of the week and kind of letting the lawn soak it in. And the grass is a little bit longer, so it's helping to keep that humidity a lot more. I don't know how it's going to come out. It looks kind of dark here, but we'll see anyway. If it is, it is. I was going to make one of my videos that I do every now and then where I grab an article, and here it is. It's a funny title, Why Zoom is Terrible. And I saw that and I thought, oh, I might chat on that one because everybody, myself included, we're doing, and here it is, the subtitle is, there's a reason video apps make you feel awkward and unfulfilled. Well, that spoke to me a little bit because I've been using Skype for like years and years and years and years and years. I mean, and I've been using video apps since they exist. Reminds me when I was a little boy, in 1967, we went to the Montreal, the World's Fair, and there were video telephones. And I was so impressed with that, thinking one day we will have something like that. And I mean, we did when the video apps came. Well, they weren't apps then, were they? We didn't even know what app was then. But I'll get into this and I'll tell you what I think, because I've been using them for years and created great relationships through them and kept in touch with family members that way. But anyway, the analysis is this. So the person who wrote it is an author of something called You're Not Listening, What You're Missing and Why It Matters. Maybe I even actually talked about that. There's a bit of wind and my hat seems to go off. It's because I have too much hair under it right now. So, for example, they said that last month, this was from April 29th, last month global downloads of apps Zoom, House Party, which is one that we use actually with the kids, and Skype increased more than 100% as video conferencing chats replace face-to-face encounters we are also sorrowfully missing. And basically they were saying that it's funny to see all these little pictures where people look like, do you remember Hollywood Squares or these little game shows and so on, where you would see the people all in squares and so on. Hold my hat. Anyway, and they're saying, that everybody's doing them. It could be for virtual happy hours, which is what we do. It could be birthday parties, business meetings, classrooms, and even having virtual psychotherapy. Now, they're saying that one of the reasons that people are becoming wary of technology is that they realize that there's distortions, and you've seen that, of course. It depends how good the connections are between, the inherent video communication and the actual words, which they say makes you end up being isolated, anxious, and disconnected. You might be better off just talking on the phone. Now that is amusing because there are some people that I find very difficult having just a phone conversation with. And I find it really tedious. And with the same person online, it's not so bad. And other people, it's the other way around. So I don't know if that's actually a general thing. Later on, there's something they say, our brains strain to fill in the gaps and make sense of the disorder which makes us feel vaguely disturbed, uneasy, and tired without quite knowing why. Now, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I would say that I would feel that if I was in a conversation which wasn't going anywhere and you're trying to fill in gaps. But I mean, I see what they're getting is that there are some times when you don't really have a good connection that happens. I see that actually when I chat with my mom. Hi, Mom. Because she's partially deaf. So she does, I see it, I can see it when she fills in the gaps. And sometimes they fill it in correctly and sometimes you don't, So maybe that's one of the things. It's like, you know, anticipating. Now, so they did say that they found it gets hard to concentrate. I've more or less kind of said that. And what was one of the, a few other things that were here? It was quite a long article. It was quite interesting for a read, but as usual, I mean, you can take what you want in it. It's not all completely for you. So they say, to be sure, video calls are great for letting toddlers blow kisses to their grandparents, or the other way around. Showing people what you're cooking for dinner. Yeah, we've done that as well. And maybe demonstrating how to make a face mask out of boxer briefs. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. But if you really want to communicate with someone, they say videos can be vexing. Well, you know what? I find that if you're too many people, if you're more than two, it can be, because you've got to manage who's talking and things like that. And when you're really on a big conference, actually you should be muting your microphones, they say. For one thing, it helps, you know, to keep all that background noise out. And what else? Now, the other thing is that, but there is one big thing. They say that human beings are exquisitely sensitive to one another's facial expressions. It's funny, because that's one of the things that I like about using Skype compared to the phone, especially if you're in a business meeting, is that you see what's going on. But they say actually that the thing is that since you know that people are seeing what's going on and is on the video, you're being more careful, you're looking at yourself and so on. And because of sometimes the frozen screens, I mean, these are talking with people that probably have pretty bad connections. If you have like the frozen screens, you're not getting exactly the facial expressions that you think. I guess that's it. Talking about the pixelated videos and so on. So like I say, I kind of get that when there's really, really bad connections, but then you know it's going to be that way. And you actually kind of laugh when you see the person and say how they are. 7 minutes. Okay. So, they say this messes up your perception and so on. So they're talking about you can't recognize emotions and so on. You know what? I don't actually go for that. I have been doing Skypes sessions with people for, goodness sakes, over 10 years, much more than that, and stuff like that, a lot more than 10 years. No, I mean, of course, when it's so bad that you can't understand what's going on, yeah, the phone is better then. But otherwise, no, I really like it. They say video chats can be shown to inhibit trust because we can't look at one another in the eye. I wouldn't actually say that. Anyway, viewers may then perceive them as uninterested, shifty, haughty, and so on. I have not actually felt that. Have you? It's interesting. Let's see now. There's about the delay of people's feedback. Okay. They're saying that we have for years, a person was saying that he's had a friend for years. They've always spoken hours on the phone, and it never occurred to them to have a video chat. And they say our comfort plate is still on the phone. And one of the reasons they say that is they feel that they can, because the phone is right in the person's ear. And we're still talking about old style phones. A lot of us actually talk with our phones this way, so it's not like that anymore. So this article is, already I would say a bit behind. But they're saying that you have it in the ear, you almost hear the person breathe, you feel the pauses. There's something to that, I guess. But overall, when I'm reading the article, the person comes up and saying that it's developing intimacy remotely sometimes is better to be heard and not seen. Well, I don't know. I guess that's the opinion of this person. My overall experiences with video conferencing have been very, very good. Albeit it's kind of funny, I was just realizing as I was talking now, is that like if I go on a business trip, I will usually have Skypes with my mom. I'll have them occasionally with Irene. I might have them with my sons every now and then. But it's a funny thing that with Mrs. DC, we rarely do video conferences. It's true, actually. We always use the phone. But there might be a simpler reason to that. Mrs. DC doesn't like all these apps and so on. But she knows easily how to use the phone. I think it's actually maybe as simple as that. because she really enjoys doing the video conferences when she's with me and we're doing it with other people. So who knows? Anyway, I mean, I'm coming up, I've already passed 10 minutes. So I guess I'll be DC, I'll be signing off. Tell me what you think about this. I'm not really in agreement with what's written here, at least in a large part. And when I am in agreement, I'd say it's usually related to people that have bad video connections. Okay, anyway, tell me what you think, because I really got to stop now. So I'll be DC signing off. Take care, everybody. And I'll probably come and chat again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.